Hey, welcome to Airframe Ultra, the beta version. If you don't have a copy of this, well, that's sad. So I guess I'll just have to show you. So when you start a race and you're soloing it, you're going to want to turn off the race start, finish line win, and probably the police, just to make it easier to go exploring. Though obviously you're actually playing a game, those three options are really good. So we're going to start off pretty much randomly. You just kind of spawn in somewhere when you have the race, the start line off. You normally can get that open by ramming into it, but I guess not right now. So I'm just going to kind of go around these levels. It's going to be quiet most of the time, just kind of let you guys take a look at how things are. Fun way to get some money here is this, a bit tricky, this jump. That'll get you into this hallway, which you can also get from here. That's a bit more awkward since you have to go all the way up and around. So this building right here, actually, this is really, really useful. This building has a ton of secrets in it, and I'll kind of give you guys the rundown on them right now. I recommend you get off your bike if you're just exploring, but obviously if you're fighting, you're going to want to drive your bike into the garage. Now, a fun thing about this place is you see that symbol on the ground? That's actually like the proper, what's the term for it? That's the respawn point. So when you're in this building and your car respawns, it's gonna respawn in the garage. And that's just so cool, it gives me like this roleplay feeling. Like I'm so hyped for the finished game because I feel like they're gonna actually be opportunities to just mess around with people instead of all being fighting. I'm not sure why there's a big boost in here, because as you can see from the grills, this room really isn't supposed to have any airframes in it. You can technically drive one up this elevator shaft if you get like at the right angle and boost, so that's hard. And you can get in through these windows, which is what I usually do if I want to get in here with my car, but it's just not worth it unless you're like actually fighting. So the first secret is you see how there's this gravel pit outside. You have this nice little lever you can flick. Look at the gravel. It's only due to the effects around the gravel. It's like signaling actually the gravel falling in. It's so cool. I don't know who's in charge of level design this time. I think it's purely Jor because of his 3D experience. But I'm sure James is involved as well somehow. Those two together are such a powerhouse. I know that James is on the music still, but I don't know how much he's actually doing with the game. I know he's been busy with the Watcher. So yeah, there's a ton of levers in this arena. This is like, they very much front-loaded this area. Or I guess back-loaded, because this is technically supposed to be the end of the ring. Because right after this, you go to the start of the finishing line. The starting line? I don't know, you have to do a hop. Where am I going? I think I'm going inside. Where's the ladder? There it is. So now we're going to the roof. And the roof has something very fun. It has this massive, like, platform thing. Also, just take a second to look at that, like, claw thing. Like, it has those arms, and there's a gravel pit beneath. So it feels like, since this is the granite cutting map, and there's tons of those conveyor belts with both cut granite slabs as well as gravel, I think that this is where they dispose of all that gravel that you see in the conveyor belts. I think the belts are supposed to be running somewhere behind us. Yeah, you can see it over there. So they have this massive claw to come down and pick up the gravel and drop it in here. Now, I couldn't for the life of you tell what exactly they're doing with the gravel here, because, I mean, this is a lot of infrastructure. Like, they do not want this gravel leaving this place. I don't know why. Because it's gravel, right? It's useful for, like, building, obviously, but I don't know. So you've got this. It's this little, like, jumping board slash observation deck. Now, you enter from above. You enter from there, from that belt. And so you can actually land on here when you turn off the belt, and that can help you trick over to there or trick into the pit. The pit and this arm just like open up future tricks in the next few laps. So you kind of want to go out of your way to get here and get these activated. In my opinion, of course. It doesn't actually help you with anything, but it's very cool. Scoosh. Okay, that killed me. I thought that was deeper. It was not. Alright, so there's still some other stuff here. Like down here, there's a katana that spawns here and then despawns and pretty much never returns. So it's usually a good idea to go straight down here and get that katana. There'll also be a fuel pack here. And yeah, there's just kind of this little tube down here. Usually has some health packs. There's this little alleyway back here. And of course, there's also like another pathway or two inside of that big building there. But we're just gonna keep going forwards. Yeah, like I said, there's this jump here. You can see part of the mega city, I think, over there. Can't tell if that's a crane or a signal spire. I know that those are cranes, though. I'm not sure why those cranes are so high when what they're building is so, like, small, comparatively. It seems like a waste of iron. So yeah, this is still the second beta, and there's been some updates in the demo since then with the handling. So I wouldn't be practicing too much here, because it's definitely a very different beast. I'm gonna make another video on the demo and the movement in there. So this is one of those paths. Unfortunately, you can't go that way. But now that I think about it, I haven't actually tried coming from that direction. Yeah, you can't go that way, because you can see up there it's walled off. So you'd exit somewhere you can't go. But over here, so you saw that tunnel down there, you can actually exit over here. And I did definitely slip into that pit last time I tried to explore this direction. You can see this very intensely lit tunnel here, and then you have the little exit there. And then you have the sign. Ah. Where's my car? There it is. My airframe. Ooh, this place is fun. There's no secrets here, but there are a few paths you can take. Over here is probably going to be less busy and a bit easier if you take it slow. Of course, I've played when it was online, but it's just so hard to tell what's actually going to be difficult to play in when you don't have anyone else on the server, you know? It was a very cool path up here. Now there's tons of paths here. There's I think 4 or 5, but here's a path I like. You take this hop, and it takes you to this little area that lines you up perfectly for the exit. Now, let me show you something. So you have these 2 exits down here, the bottom ones, and these will take you to their own exit. That requires you to slightly course correct. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to slightly course correct. And try not to overshoot it like I did. But then you can also take this top ramp, and if you just follow it around, and you don't take the jump, it'll take you way off course, but still up. And so it's kind of a, do I want to take the harder jump earlier or later? That side path. So this is kind of a maze properly. It's not too hard to follow, but if you actually like stop to think about it, there's a ton of paths. Like, you could just get turned up in here for like minutes if you just explore. It's so cool. So a fun thing with this little open area is that there's this dead end, which I've definitely flown off of a few times. Once. Yeah, you don't make that mistake twice. But it's interesting that over here there's all this stuff, but getting out here basically means you're gonna lose, just because of how far away it is from the actual exit. Yeah, normally better at this game, but trying to also talk is kind of stressful. You can get up there, but there's an instant kill if you go too far. So definitely stick to the ridgeline. Ooh. Yeah, and now I haven't found anything too interesting over here. Just kind of its own little place, but it's pretty cute. I like the circular design. I like the classic girders, the weird like segmentedness of them. Like, I don't know what the point of having these heavy iron like tram rails above and then these boxes. It's very Rain World coded because there was like this exact kind of design. This doesn't do anything. Why are these on like these rails? I don't have a single clue, but I love it. I also like this little, the way they have these like reinforced joints. It's just cool. Yeah, I think that's about it for this part. So I think we're getting pretty close to coming up on the end here. I think there's still another conveyor moment. Yeah, here it is. So obviously, like, the secret route here is pretty clear. Just go up here. And then you try to stay on for as long as you can. Another really fun thing is that there's no real, like, just corridors. Like, there is some in the demo map, but, like, a lot of these corridors, they'll have these little things. And it's like, what is it for? But it does kind of allow you to maneuver a bit more. Like, if you're taking this corner, you can kind of swing out a bit more. I love the variance. So, here's a fun thing. Obviously, you have this, this dead end. You can't go up onto the roof. There's that ridgeline, but you can't get up there normally. It's not intended. But this little like elevation, this lets you boost up it, and then you can boost over there. So if you want to get that onto that line, then you can just do that here. But if you just try and go straight up, you will probably die. Or lose the race. And over here, with that little outcropping, this is another great place to take an off-ramp. Got some cool ceiling pipes. And then you have this. I've not been to that top left area yet, so I think I'm gonna go and take a tour, but over here you can see it's just more following the normal path. Alright. Ooh, pretty light. Ooh, what's back here? Okay, nothing. Absolutely nothing is back here, but that's pretty normal. Yeah, there's this cool little minecart side path, but I've never been up here. It's so exciting. Ooh. Alright. Got plenty. Oh, is that? Do I see power-ups over there? No, I don't think I do. Okay. Stop, you say. Yeah, I discovered a glitch in the early version of the beta. If you pinned yourself in front of one of those boulders, it let you clip outside of bounds, and then that'd kill you. To fix that, they just made it instantly kill you, which kind of sucks, but hey, I discovered something. I'm sure other people discovered it as well, because it's like really obvious to try and do that, but Still feels good to know that my voice was at least part of the symphony. You know, I never considered that there was something to the left over there. And over here, there's... Interesting. Very interesting. I don't think there's anything over there. Anything at all. I think that those pickups are just kind of not a troll, but like meant to give you the impression that this world continues outside the track. Hang on. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. I think that I'm going to end this here. That's just kind of a lot of the paths I've seen. Now, of course, I could go and show the other routes, but I don't want to do that much editing. And I doubt you want to wait. So, I think we're going to end it there. And I'm going to show you guys some of my time trials on the demo map soon enough.